Hey everyone, welcome back to Quick Reads Club. Today we're diving into an amazing book that can truly transform your life, Think Straight by Darius Foroux. But first, let me ask you something. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by your thoughts? Do you struggle to focus and find it hard to make clear decisions? You're not alone. In our fast-paced world, it's easy for our minds to become cluttered and chaotic. That's where this book comes in. Think Straight is your guide to clearing that mental clutter and achieving the clarity you need to live a more productive and fulfilling life. This book isn't just for the philosophers or the deep thinkers, it's for everyone. Whether you're a student, a professional, or just someone trying to navigate everyday challenges, Think Straight has something valuable to offer. So, stick around if you're ready to learn to think more clearly and make better decisions. Let's get started. So, what's Think Straight all about? Imagine you're trying to walk through a cluttered room. You keep tripping over things, getting stuck, and wasting time. That's what our minds can feel like when they're full of unnecessary thoughts. Darius Foroux gives us a roadmap to clear that clutter and think straight. In the first chapter, Foroux talks about the power of thinking straight. He shares a personal story about how his mind was cluttered with unnecessary worries and distractions, making it hard for him to focus on his work. By learning to think straight, he was able to clear his mind and make better decisions. Think of it like cleaning a dirty window. You suddenly see everything more clearly and can navigate life much easier. Next, we dive into why we overthink. Overthinking is something we all do. It's when we keep replaying the same thoughts over and over again, often because of fear, anxiety, or a lack of direction. Foroux shares a story about a time when he was constantly worried about his future, replaying worst-case scenarios in his mind. This overthinking paralyzed him and stopped him from taking action. By understanding why we overthink, we can start to break free from this cycle. For example, if you're worried about an upcoming presentation, instead of imagining all the ways it could go wrong, focus on preparation and practice. Chapter 3. The Art of Decluttering. Your Mind. Now, let's talk about decluttering your mind. Foroux suggests techniques like meditation and mindfulness to help us stay present. He shares an example of how he started a daily meditation practice, which helped him feel more calm and focused. It's like tidying up a messy room. You feel more relaxed and can find things easily. One exercise he recommends is to sit quietly for a few minutes each day and focus on your breath. This simple practice can help reduce mental clutter and make your mind feel clearer. It's amazing how just a few minutes of mindfulness can transform your day. Chapter 4. The Importance of Clear Goals. Clear goals are super important. Without them, we're like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly. Foroux teaches us how to set goals using the SMART framework: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. He shares a story about how he once set a vague goal to get fit, which didn't lead to any real progress. But when he set a SMART goal to jog for 30 minutes 3 times a week for the next 3 months, he was able to achieve it and stay motivated. Clear goals give us direction and keep us motivated, making it easier to focus our efforts on what truly matters. In Chapter 5, Foroux emphasizes prioritization and focus. He introduces the Eisenhower matrix, a tool to categorize tasks by urgency and importance. He shares a personal anecdote about how he used to try and do everything at once, which left him feeling overwhelmed and burnt out. By using the Eisenhower matrix, he was able to focus on high-priority tasks and get more done. Imagine you have a list of things to do. Some tasks are urgent and important, like paying your bills, while others might be less urgent, like organizing your photos. By focusing on high-priority tasks, we avoid the trap of multitasking and get more done. It's all about working smarter, not harder. Chapter 6. The Role of Habits. Our habits shape our lives, and Foroux explains how building good habits supports clear thinking and productivity. He breaks down the process of forming new habits and getting rid of bad ones. For example, he shares a story about how he wanted to start exercising regularly. He began by setting a small, achievable goal, like doing 10 minutes of exercise each day. Over time, this small habit grew into a larger, more ingrained routine. It's like brushing your teeth, something you do automatically without thinking. That's how we want our good habits to be. Chapter 7. Eliminating distractions. Distractions are everywhere. Our phones, social media, and even a messy workspace. Foroux shows us how to minimize these distractions. He shares a story about how he used to check his phone constantly, which disrupted his focus and productivity. By setting specific times to check his phone and using apps that limit social media usage, he was able to create a distraction-free environment. Think of it like putting on blinders to stay on track. This way, you can concentrate on what's truly important and avoid getting sidetracked. Chapter 8. The Power of Solitude. Solitude is a powerful tool for mental clarity. Foroux encourages us to find time for self-reflection and deep thinking. He shares an example of how he started taking daily walks without his phone, which gave him the space to think deeply and come up with new ideas. It's like pressing the reset button on our minds. Spending time alone helps us recharge and gain new insights. Solitude isn't about being lonely. It's about giving yourself the mental space to grow. Chapter 9. The Impact of Environment. Our environment greatly influences our thinking. Foroux suggests organizing our workspaces and surrounding ourselves with positive influences. He shares a story about how he used to work in a cluttered room, which made it hard for him to concentrate. After decluttering his workspace and adding some plants, he noticed a significant boost in his productivity and mental clarity. Imagine trying to work in a cluttered room versus a tidy one. The difference is like night and day. Making small changes to your environment, like decluttering your desk or adding some plants, can have a big impact on how you think and feel. Chapter 10. Continuous Improvement. Foroux talks about the importance of continuous improvement and adopting a growth mindset. He encourages us to engage in lifelong learning, seek feedback, and continually strive for self-improvement. He shares a story about how he once felt stuck in his career. By embracing a growth mindset and continually seeking new opportunities for learning and development, he was able to overcome his challenges and achieve success. This might mean reading books, taking courses, or learning new skills. By embracing a mindset of growth and development, individuals can sustain mental clarity and productivity. It's about always striving to be better and being open to new opportunities. In the last chapter, Foroux emphasizes the importance of taking action. Clear thinking is only valuable if it leads to action. He shares a story about how he used to struggle with perfectionism, which stopped him from taking action on his ideas. By learning to overcome fear and perfectionism, he was able to move from thought to action and achieve his goals. For example, if you have a great idea for a project, don't let fear hold you back. Take the first step, even if it's small. It's like taking the first step on a journey, essential for making progress. Remember, action turns your thoughts into reality. Think Straight, by Darius Foroux, offers a simple, practical guide to clearing mental clutter and achieving mental clarity. By following his advice, we can make better decisions, stay focused, and lead more productive lives. Thanks for joining me at Quick Reads Club. If you found this summary helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more book summaries. Let us know in the comments what book you'd like to see next. See you in the next video.